A lesson in humanity from elementary logic. God and infinity. Let's begin by reminding ourselves that zero was invented as a placeholder. It was meant to simplify our numeric system against an outdated Roman numeric system which was thought to be too tedious to scribe in large sums and somewhat inconvenient for people to read. Zero represents groupings of sums or the absence of a sum. However, often we may think just in passing that zero represents nothing. So we must remind ourselves for this topic that nothing as a logical truth is an illogical fallacy. Logical reasoning dictates that there is no such thing as non-existence. As with zero, non-existence is just a placeholder. Hence, when we say non-existent we should consider that we are referring to a state of absence. Otherwise we then unintentionally create an illogical hypothetical state where nothing somehow exists. How could nothing exist? Read Carl Jung. A state of nothing, if it were real, would be an existing yet non-existent void within true reality and an impossible paradox. The problem again being plainly, that something cannot equal nothing and of course nothing cannot equal something. So one understands that absolute literal non-existence could not be possible when put up against standard universally used elementary logic that is taught in schools worldwide. If we can't have non-existence as a literal state of being yet however we do have absence, existence and infinity, then some of us are left to comprehend the most unimaginable profound thing possible. That is, we find ourselves with the most interesting implication that existence itself is infinite. As far as elementary logic and reason is concerned, all things imaginable and unimaginable must therefore exist somehow, some way, somewhere. We can possibly use this schematic to answer their most important question, related to science and religion and ourselves. Since our subject here is God and infinity, elementary logic also dictates to us that impossible sums and contradictions must also exist in some form unknown, though obviously absent or simply unavailable to us. In turn, as you have already heard by now, all things are possible. This truth is not just a great inspirational adage but ironically a statement of logical truth as well, that includes our Creator. Since we are dealing with the topic of God and infinity, and although our universe may grow cold and implode one day, existence itself will continue infinitely forever. This means that all things must take place and all possibilities must become reality from our perspective. However, take into consideration that since it is impossible for them not to have existed to begin with, it means that they are already part of a larger reality and obviously mostly sectioned off from us. A large majority in mainstream science are correct in the theory that all realities are in some manner taking place simultaneously, all pasts, presents and futures all at once. See Stephen Hawkins. Let's not miss out on the most brilliant point that could possibly be made here. A God exists. Not only does he exist, places like heaven and hell must also exist. The imaginable and the unimaginable both include him. Yes, refer to him what you would like depending on your denomination. Existence in its state of infinity includes him as well, or should we unfortunately leave him out as some would? Elementary logic says no, we should not leave him out of the equation of existence.
In seculum